this handsome gentleman commentating, as well as running the tournament, as well as predicting.
I'm going to be mentioning my picks. I'm going to be on the commentary talking about, okay, they need to win.
Yeah, you're going to be cheering. You're going to be like, all right, I'm unbiased, but
I'm unbiased,
please, 15-0, please.
Welcome to another episode of Asia Pickleball Insider. We are here. We have a lot
talk about. We have, I mean, you've been working hard. You've got a big PCL event to put on. So Pickleball Champions League, Manila, the Philippines event, sectional to make your way to Shenzhen in China for the finals. So that's exciting stuff. This might be there's talks. This might be the biggest pickleball event attendance wise in the world.
That's the hope. Yeah, we're going to just do our best. We're going to run it the best we can. And, we'll see what happens. People show up. People are going to show up. And, we have a lot of helping that. We have not just the games, of course, although the games are going to draw people. We're going to have events. We're going to have other activities. And the main thing that we're going to talk about for today, actually, is we're going to have the SportsPredict contest.
Cash money.
Yep, 250,000 pesos. So the SportsPredict contest, it's live. Anyone can join anywhere.
Live is not live at the event. It's live. Like, you can go sign up right now. We're going to give you a link. Make your predictions. 20 questions. 20 questions and you can win some cash.
Get all 20 right. That's 250,000 pesos for you to pick up. Roughly $4,500.
That's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
And even if you don't guess them all right, which we were doing the math on this, it's realistic that somebody's going to win and guess them all right, because they're not all 50-50. We're going to make some that are easier, and we'll get into it more because this man has a lot of insight into the picks and the predictions, so he can help you out here. So make sure you stay with us and get some insight as you make your picks. But even if you don't guess all 20 right, you could still win. Even if you get the high score for the day, you could still win what?
I think it's 25,000,
which is
a bit under $500.
So not nothing for guessing for free. So going to be a lot of fun, and not just the SportsPredict, because we'll get into that obviously, and that's going to be a big part of understanding the different matchups, markets that we can predict on. But as you're mentioning, full on festival this weekend, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We have Tantan, the mascot.
Yeah.
Who's adorable. He's a little panda guy. His little ears are little pickleballs. I love Tantan. Big Tantan fan. I think it's a great mascot for PCL. But we also have 4 celebrities coming, 2 men, 2 women, maybe a couple Miss Universe prior winners or contestants. We have a couple of male models. I don't know if they'd like that introduction.
Yeah, and then we're going to have, there's a whole bunch of other stuff happening.
Table tennis legend. He has a YouTube channel that has, I believe, 1.4 million subscribers, a little less than we have here for the Asia Pickleball Insider podcast, obviously. Just a little bit. But, he's a cute little creator anyways. No, but he does a lot of table tennis content. Really, really good videos. So he's here because he wants to get into pickleball and wants to help cover it a little bit. So really excited to have Adam here to do some content, to share the sport and what's going on here in Manila, but also pickleball as a whole. A lot of cool things happening this weekend. Yeah.
Had a table tennis phase a few years back and just binged all those videos. Yeah. So super excited to have him here.
You do that. You do that. You're like me in respect to you'll find something and then you'll go deep down the rabbit hole for a while.
Very much so.
Just consume everything about it.
Very much so. But yeah. But the main thing is really going to be the SportsPredict contest. And I think, one thing we're trying to do with that, so many sports are turning into gambling sports, where it's you watch the game to see if your bet's it. We want to turn pickleball into a prediction sport where it's free, it's fun, you get to watch the game, you get the enjoyment of having stakes on it without having to risk losing any of your own money, without having to risk any, having to take a second mortgage on your head.
100%. There's plenty of studies out there on the negative effects of gambling on people, families, financially, suicide rates, all kinds of stuff on the negatives of sports gambling. I'm not the moral police here. Do what you want, but we feel like this is just a fun alternative, and we love what SportsPredict, we love what they're doing. And the fact that you could still win money, and it's more focused on your ability to predict rather than just try to gamble your own money and hope for the best. So this is just a way to What I love about it actually is the same way we're doing a podcast here is the vision that made me align with SportsPredict is that if you are a good predictor, even if you're not a good predictor, you can set up your own little studio like we are. And let's say you just love cricket and you want to talk about cricket all day and you want basically a partner that can help provide you content for that. That would be SportsPredict, right? Because you can talk about cricket, you can talk about your picks because SportsPredict will have all the markets and you'll go through what you want. And then you versus your listeners or viewers, you guys can all have a contest within that. So it's a way for potential creators to use SportsPredict as a content vehicle to grow your own audience, make a living. SportsPredict also has a rating where you can, the more you predict, the higher your rating goes, ideally. Maybe mine might go lower after this weekend, but it's a way to, rank yourself against other predictors. And if you are, call it top 10 in the world predicting pickleball, there's going to be value in that. Like for pickleball, for example, that might get you picked up as a manager for a MLP team. It might get you picked up as a coach because you really understand the game. There's real value in showing that you're a good predictor. So I really align with that because it's a avenue that's not just gambling or predicting. It shows your actual knowledge of the sport, and that could lead to a lot of different avenues for you as a person.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll get more into that during our pod pick section. Just a quick news update on the Asian scene. We had
Vibey. That Asian vibey growth. What do we have?
So PPA just announced a recent tournament in Hangzhou. Yeah. So lots of tournaments coming up the next few months, November, December. It's like back to back to back.
And that's the same weekend as PCL.
So you guys need to have 4 different screens open.
You'll have that going on. You'll have, and also just the PCL finals. A note on that. I just got back from Shenzhen last week. Awesome. Mission Hills, really cool facility. Longgang is where the PCL finals will be held. The place getting built is going to be so cool. It's going to have 2 stadium courts. One will have seating for 500. The other will be 300 or 350. It'll have kind of like sky suites above where you can look down on each side. It's going to be awesome. I think 14 courts total, but 2 championship courts that are fully wired studio broadcast wise. So it'll be kind of plug and play. If a tournament comes in, cameras are fixed. Everything will be set for like world-class broadcast. So really excited to have all the team and the PCL Manila Philippines winner head to there to be able to play on that court. It's going to be really exciting and such an opportunity to break ground on that new facility.
Yeah, I mean, it's being built on what used to be a movie studio, right?
Well, that's a different one. There's a lot of facilities getting built, but yes.
My bad.
So that's on Hainan Island.
So just Rap Sports doing
a lot of facilities. They have, Mission Hills, Longgang's going up, Ocean Flower, which used to be a movie studio.
That's not Hainan?
That is Hainan. Okay. Is north of Shenzhen, though. Hainan has the movie studio that's being turned into Pickle, and then we're also opening up a world-class training academy on the other side of Hainan Island, where we'll have 26 courts. So a little bit happening. I mean, shout out to Ram Sports. I mean, they're doing a lot to grow the sport. Infrastructure is obviously a big deal. The more courts you have, the more demand you can create. And obviously we know how big of a market China can be. So really cool to be aligned with the Ram. Proud to have them as a sponsor of the podcast too. So that's our Ram Sports shout out.
Yep. And then in other news, Singapore is running a $50,000 amateur tournament. And they're saying that the prize would go even higher the more signups they get. So, Singapore really locking in that amateur scene.
Yep.
Trying to develop the talent from the ground up. And then in Hong Kong, Adidas put up a pop-up court and doing activities there for the next month.
Awesome.
So just a little tangent on that. We're seeing more and more big brands start investing in pickleball. It's not just pure pickleball brands. Yeah. So what do you think? Of course, that helps. But who do you think could be next? Who do you want next? And what do you think that's going to do for the sport?
We're talking about brands that are trying to enter pickleball?
Mm-hmm.
I think once we go corporate, like talking big brands, Adidas is obviously a massive brand. They have a pickleball wing of their business, similar to like...
Just started.
Yeah, similar to, I don't know if it's like a license situation for the pickleball, but some brands do that. They license out the brand to that country for that sport. So we see that. And sometimes, you hear Adidas, but maybe their pickleball section in business is very small in terms of allocation of budget. Outside of that kind of nuance, I'd like to see, it might sound boring, but like, I was going to say like corporate America, but corporate world, since we're in Asia, not corporate America, but like big insurance, big financial institutions. Like even here, looking out my window, you see an American Express building. So brands like that, where, just gigantic global brands, I think once they choose to allocate, it doesn't take a lot, they misplace some money. Just misplace it in pickleball and we'll be good. So I think that will be a big deal, because once we get a company that really just goes in and says, hey, we're going to put a good chunk into growing the sport, and we think this is a good place to put our money, it'll be a big deal. But I think at this point, like, viewership's still tough.
Yeah.
So I think that's the big hurdle, is how can we make viewership of pickleball on a pro stage more relevant? Because right now, for all the good that the tours and everybody's done in terms of growing the sport and getting visibility, it's still a pretty far ways off of what we need number-wise to make it relevant.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that brings us to the pod picks. So we got 20 questions. We'll go over the main ones. We won't go over them all. But here, so first question, will Team Chill win their first match against Pickle Yard Dasmariñas? So just to catch everyone up to PCL, we have Pickle Yard, who submitted 4 teams from the 4 different locations across Metro Manila. And they are, since they have 4 out of 7, they're pretty strong favorite to make it out of these sectionals. They're led by Kim Saraza, the coach of the Season 1 team, who is on one of the Pickle Yard teams. Get into which one later. And they started this whole Team Philippines initiative a few months back, where Pickle Yard signed a bunch of players to coach in their facility as well as play for them in tournaments, wear their logo. They are a strong team, but they do have competition in the other teams. And Chill is probably, in my opinion, the strongest non-Pickle Yard team in the event. So Chill is led by their coach, CJ Luna, playing alongside Tim Polero, along with Ana Clarice Patrimonio and Joy Senosa. So that's Chill starting 4. While Dasma...
Who's the strongest team in the field?
If I had to pick, I would say it is Pickle Yard Parañaque, led by... That's Kim's team. But actually, Pickle Yard Dasma, the one that Chill's playing in their first match, is also very strong. Davis, ranked 3 in PCL, behind just Kim and Leander, is playing alongside Dino Jimenez. They have a long partnership. They've been playing 35 plus for the past few months. But Davis is, they're both actually, even not counting 35 plus. They're both really, really strong. They won, I think, 35 plus in a tournament in China a few months ago. So winning internationally at all is, really big. Yeah. Alongside them, they have Bambi Zoleta. She's a 3-sport athlete. Adele, soft tennis, and pickleball. Sponsored in all 3 sports.
Way to do it. Smart.
So, yeah, she's very strong, very athletic, very quick. And rounding out their roster, you have Charlotte, not familiar with the last name. But yeah, so that's a strong team.
What's just so we have context, what is the actual format? So we have Saturday, Sunday competition. What's happening Saturday? How many teams? 8 total, right?
7.
7 teams total. Is it just bracket straight off, or is there group play? How does the whole thing?
So the Saturday is honestly going to be probably a bit harder to predict than the Sunday, because it's rally to 15.
A lot of variance.
Rally to 15, and it's only men's, women's, mixed. No dream breaker, no tiebreaker. So there's a chance for
okay.
If 2-2, there's a draw, because it's just for the round robins for the placement.
Got it.
For the seeding.
So does everybody advance to Sunday?
6 through 1 advance Sunday. 7 and 8 are eliminated.
Well, just 7. There's 17. Yeah.
Sorry, the last place team is eliminated.
Got it. So only that's poor 7th place. That's going to be a sad.
So the goal for Saturday is just not get last.
Don't get last place, and you're advancing. Survive
exactly.
and advance. Okay.
Survive to the semis. So
and then the top 2 get a bye?
Top 2 get a bye.
Cool. So straight to the semis.
Yeah. So just looking at Dasma versus Chill, I'd have to say the best player there is Davis on Pickle Yard Dasma. Last time I saw him play was in the MOA Super Series. It was during the Open Division, and he was destroying. He had to step out for an injury right before the finals, but he was in the first 2 matches, he was absolutely destroying people. He played one match while injured and still won that. It was crazy to watch.
So beast mode.
Yep. So he's probably the best. But to be honest, I think I'm leaning a bit towards Chill.
Why?
I think the roster, like, Davis is the best player in this out of the 8. But I think Chill has a more well-rounded lineup.
This is one of the markets, yeah?
Yeah, this is one of the markets.
Got it.
So for me, I'd put it slightly on Chill. But, I could also just go 2-2 because, Davis wins the men's, Davis wins the mix.
So what's the market? Is it win-loss or win-loss draw?
Will Chill win against Dasma?
Will Chill win?
So they need 3-1.
So a draw. If you say yes, a draw, you lose this market. Will Chill win? What percentage chance do you give Chill winning? 60-40, 65-35, 55-45?
I'm kind of putting the draw pretty high, actually. It might be like 40, 30, 30. And wait, in which case then you'd vote no.
No, it's just will Chill win? What percentage chance will Chill win?
I give it 40 they win, 30 they draw.
Okay, so
30 they lose.
So you would say it's the smart pick there
smart
would
pick
be
there
that
is actually lose.
So that's a smart pick according to Migo. That means I'm going to do the opposite probably.
Okay, so good. Yeah, you take it. I'm changing mine. I'm taking the no.
This is going to be fun though, because you're going to be able to see his results, my results, your own results, how we all stack up. We've got some contests going, obviously, but what's going to be cool is as we get this going and as we start doing more picks consistently on the podcast, we're going to have top predictors come join us, talk to us about it. How did they come up with the picks? Maybe it was like your mom last time where it was just like eyes closed, click, 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 click. Maybe. But that kind of is the case with some of the lesser known markets like we have with PCL. It's not very known, especially to our listeners in the US. So it's going to be a good way to also, learn about the Asia pickleball market, the players, what's happening. So that's really our goal here, is to shine a spotlight on the players that we have here in the Philippines. And the beauty of PCL, in my opinion, is we talked about it last time, the country pride, right? So it's like we're sitting here in Manila and they're all going to fight each other to make it to Shenzhen. But once a team does go to Shenzhen, the whole country and everybody that's played and been a part of this is going to back them and support them.
Of course,
they want their national team to go win. So I think that's just like the brilliance of it, because it's going to be the same with Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia. It's just really, really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, just watching, it's so much fun watching the games. And also, as the Asian scene gets more united, as more tournaments start coming, and we know the bigger tournaments, it won't just be PCL that we're going to be doing this with. We could do SportsPredict on all the other events that are coming out.
Yeah, we'll do it on some of the PPAs. China has events called CPC, basically a China Pickleball Cup. They have events from similar to like a tennis thing. They have 100 events, 300, all the way up to 2,000, which would be like their major tournaments. So people probably didn't even know that. China has their own pro tour, essentially.
I had no idea.
Like Thomas Yu, Yushe, Pei, they go play these. And yeah, there's the weekend prior to PCL, there's a CPC 2000. I don't know the city it's in China, but that's one of the biggest ones. They have a team event, but then they also have individual tournaments. So there's pro pickleball in China. Little did you know. Little did I know until like a week ago. But it just kind of shows, like, even for us being here, it's still a little bit of a black box in different places of what's happening. And then I had Yushe try to send me the information on the CPC tournament. Obviously, it's all in Mandarin. It's all in Mandarin. I have no idea. And then it's all on WeChat too. You have to download everything China does is on WeChat, by the way. They don't have email. They don't use email in China. All WeChat.
It's all WeChat.
They do everything on WeChat. Like, it's their all-in-one app platform for literally everything. It's
everything.
Crazy.
It's their Apple Pay also. It's their...
Everything. Literally everything.
Yeah. So the next market that's kind of interesting is, will Pickleyard Parañaque beat Pickleyard Somo in their opener? And the reason why it's interesting is because leading Pickleyard Parañaque, like I mentioned earlier, it's Kim, and then you have Rick, who was the MVP of SM North EDSA. You have Bien Zoleta, sister of Bambi, also 3-sport athlete.
3 sponsorships?
Yep.
God.
And Hizen Melendez as their last female. And then Somo, yes, you have Paolo Fermin, Izar. And then the captain is Medeline Serraza, Kim's wife.
Okay. All right.
So we have some
little in-home rivalry.
Some in-home rivalry. They did play each other in the MOA Super Series in Open, and Kim's team took that.
Was it
But the
tight?
rosters are a bit different.
Rosters are different, yeah.
Rosters are very different. So it's going to be interesting to see. Both teams very strong.
What's the specific market for this?
Will Pickleyard Parañaque beat Pickleyard So?
What would you give that likelihood of the win?
I do think Parañaque is stronger, but I do think
It has to be 3-1.
it has to be 3-1. So I think the women's have the women.
And to be fair, it has to be 3-1. It can't be 2-2 and then points are higher.
That one I'm not sure.
I think it has to be 3-1 if we're saying win.
Okay, then we can tell Steve it should be 3-1.
All right, Steve, come on.
I do think their women are really, really strong.
Parañaque?
Somo, actually.
Okay.
Meds is easily the second or third best women in the country. And, you know, she could easily win the women's game and win the mixed, depending on who she plays in the mixed. Now, I don't know. I don't think they'll get mad at me for saying this.
Let's also not forget, rally to 15. Literally anything can happen.
True. I don't think, no. So in MOA, what ended up happening is Kim ended up playing the mixed against the other woman on Meds' team. So he didn't play against her. If that happens...
They play each other?
If they play each other, I do give...
We should make that mandatory. We're setting your lineups. You have to play.
If they play each other, I would give Kim the edge. I feel like he can take control of that game.
I disagree. Female power. I got you.
If it's a Rick versus, I don't know who Meds' partner is going to be, I think Meds actually takes that. So it could come down to the lineup. And if that happens, it's a draw.
I just want to play each other. Just for the draw.
That's what we all want.
Just for the draw.
All want.
We gotta rig that somehow.
Yeah, but I don't think Kim would want to.
All right. So what do you think about market result there? Your prediction is what?
I give slight. I think it's
will they win? Yes or no? The 3-1. And which team is it again?
Parañaque.
Will Parañaque win?
If we're counting draws, I think it's not. I think the odds lean against them.
What percentage they win? 40?
40, and then like 40-20. I give 40 to the draw. I think it's a very, very high chance for a draw.
No, but what percent chance do you think they win?
40.
So, yeah.
40 win, 40 draw.
It doesn't matter. Draw.
40 win, 60 not win.
So, you're predicting a loss there. You're saying no to that prediction.
I'm saying no. I think I'm going to say no to a lot of these.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, if you want some insight, there you go. There you go. Lean heavy on the no. Maybe we'll share in the 250. All right, cool.
And everyone who watches is going to get a cut of that.
What do we think? What's another? We don't have to go through all of them. There's 20 questions, obviously, and you just got some really great insight of, I'm going to say no to a lot of these. So, what are we thinking?
So, I think, this is a hard one to do. Pickleyard Parañaque and day one as the top seed. You'd think that'd be an automatic no, because it's like a 1 in 7 chance.
Yeah, but
at the same time,
they're strong.
They're strong. They're really strong.
But that would mean, do you think anybody comes out of this with no draw, no loss? Only wins. And how many matches are they playing on Saturday?
They're playing 7 matches.
Every team playing 7?
Every team playing 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be busy on Saturday.
It's a lot of matches. Look at they're playing from 11 to almost 8. With breaks, but, you know, I'm...
Are you, you're just tournament directing?
Yeah.
Are you doing commentary on Saturday too?
Yes.
You're doing everything?
I'll probably sub out for a bit. I'm sure we'll have someone there.
And find a nice sushi restaurant.
No, I'll just find someone who wants to commentate for a little bit.
There'll be somebody for sure. So busy Saturday. And then just so you guys know, it's broken up into 2 days. We're going to have a prediction contest for Saturday. And then once that's established and the results are finished, the market might go out kind of late our time Saturday, but you'll have, like 8 p.m. Saturday for us is 7 a.m. East Coast time in the States. So for those of you in the States wanting to predict, you'll be able to do that Saturday morning. Make sure you get them in, Saturday morning to sometime Saturday, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But it's a quick turn. We will have a 250 chance to win 250 on Saturday, chance to win 250 on Sunday.
Yep.
And then both days high score will win. And are we doing one also separately for the finals only?
Yeah, there's a whole different set of questions for Sunday.
But I think Steve was even talking about doing Sunday, but then also a completely separate one for just the finals.
Oh, I haven't.
Maybe not. That'd be fun, though, right? That'd be fun.
You put it in as a break right before, so you put everyone. That would be awesome.
See about that. Stay tuned. But definitely get picks in for Saturday, and then we'll have a separate one for Sunday. And then we might do some ad hoc updates on results even at the event. Maybe we'll do that. We'll pull out our phone and give some updates.
Yep. Come to you live from the venue.
Live prediction.
I think a freebie, just a freebie market, if you guys want it.
So how confident this guy is.
What?
Oh, that's a yes. Yes. Even I can get that one. I mean, that's like a 99-1.
I mean,
don't think? Of course. Out of how many matches on Saturday?
Right? Yeah. But then again, okay, I had that same mentality in China, where it was, will any match end in a dream breaker?
Yeah, so it's same.
There were 0 dream breakers.
How many matches though?
They were playing the whole day.
Really? Nothing.
It was 3-1 or 3-0.
Okay, well, maybe not 99-1. To me, that seems like a gimme, like you said. I'm saying yes to that one. You guys do what you want. I'll be counting my money.
This one's a bit... No, this one might be another freebie. Will any game end the score of 15-0? In Rally? In Rally?
Are there any, like, really lopsided teams?
There's maybe one or two underdogs. Rally, 0 points.
I would say if it were like more of a pro level, you'd probably see it. But even at kind of this level,
it's one miss.
You can miss a serve, you can miss a return, you can miss a third. Like, it's just one error.
How many matches? That's not how many games.
Is that a gimme? That's not a gimme.
Could be a gimme. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I would say no, but there's a lot of games that day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's kind of a fun one though. You're watching everyone just like 14-0 and they feel bad and they miss a serve. You're like, no, 250,000.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that's 8 to 24 times 4. You have 96 matches, 96 games. You've seen one of them to end 15-0.
God, what is that? What do you think that market is?
I have no idea. At first I was like, oh, okay, it's got to be a no.
Yeah.
But then you look at it, and then it's
96 chances at it. Get 96 shots at him. All you need is one. I'd still say no.
I was saying no.
I still say no. 15-0 in Rally is really tough. Unless it's really lopsided.
It's not. No, I don't think it's that lopsided.
Because 15-0, that's basically a golden game, right? It's
like, you don't lose a serve. You can't lose a serve.
It's a golden game, and going into the second, almost a golden match.
Yeah, it's a golden pickle.
So it's got to be a no. It's got to be a no. You heard it here. It's a no. But not as easy as you thought. Just like thinking about it. It's going to happen now, right? It's going to be somebody's going to get 15-0 now.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more, and we can wrap this baby up and see you guys on the weekend.
Well, this one's an interesting one. Will 2 pickle yard teams play each other in a match that ends?
How are they all pretty even across the board?
I'd say they're all pretty even. The pickle yard teams really utilize the rule of 9, and I think that's what makes it so enticing. It's the rule of 9.
Share that just so people know, like, because we don't want any super teams, right? The idea is we have a pretty level playing field. Rally scoring does that too, but none of the teams are stacked super heavy, so you have a clear-cut favorite. Which is what makes this fun, right?
Yeah. So the reason we're able to see so many different matchups here for the Philippine scene is because usually you have Kim partnering with his wife. You have sometimes in men's, you have Kim playing with Davis a lot.
It's like anywhere in pickleball. The top players want to play with each other so they have a higher chance to win.
Yeah, but here what's happening is if you're the rank 2 player, your rating with your next best player in your team has to add up to 9. So that's be 2 and 7, 1 and 8, 3 and 6.
So we went in with basically the players you guys basically ordered the players based on ranking, based on their results, based on what you know about them. And like you said, 1 has to play with 8, 2 has to play with 7, 3, 6. So they don't have to play together. It just can't be more than that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't exceed 9, which is great because it's similar to like a snake draft where it's ish to where it's fair. It evens out the teams.
Yeah. And I mean, this market seems leaning towards no, with any pickle yard team beat another one 4-0, because like pickle yard Dasma, Davis is gonna win at least one of his matches. In Manda, Ken and Pat are one of the few pairings that are fortunate enough to fit ranking-wise. They recently won PPL mixed doubles really well, beating Davis and Meds, if I'm not mistaken, which I think were the favorites going into it. And I think Ken won while injured. He got injured himself, was limping around the last game, and he still won.
Still took it.
Got silver in men's, and then took home the gold in mixed. So that's also a strong team. In Parañaque, you have Kim. In Somo, you have Meds. So it's all...
There's each team has a player that should be able to pull out a W for them, at least one.
Yeah. So I'm giving that one a no.
Percentage. But also rally to 15, bro.
Rally to 15, but
you never know.
All the more rally to 15.
Yeah.
Oh, but then I would make it, that's luck then.
Yeah, exactly. What percentage chance that one goes to 4-0?
It might be 55-45.
Okay, it's tight.
Because if it was not rally, I'd say it's like 70% no. But with rally, one team can just have a bad couple game.
Bad start. You're down 4-0. It's really hard to climb back.
Yeah.
I love it. This guy's giving you all the insights for the market. So yeah,
I don't think I'm allowed to. Would I be allowed to?
At least play. You have to play. Maybe you don't take the prize. You won't take the prize.
Okay.
Maybe you will. We'll put that. Yeah. But definitely sign up. And also, one thing we didn't mention is what makes this fun is that you can watch. It's going to be streamed. You can follow along. So how do you watch it?
We'll be sending the links. It's going to be streamed on Puso Pilipinas here. We'll send the link. You guys can watch it. Not to worry.
How do you watch it in the States?
It should just be the same. It's a free platform.
Okay, cool.
Just have to make an account, I think. So can watch there. And I'm sure people will be streaming it on Facebook,
You'll find it.
Yep.
But we'll provide links so you can watch the official broadcast with this handsome gentleman commentating, as well as running the tournament, as well as predicting.
I'm going to be mentioning my picks. I'm going to be on the commentary talking about, okay, they need to win.
Yeah, you're going to be cheering. You're going to be like, all right, I'm unbiased, but please, 15-0, please, 15-0, please.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, so thank you, Ram Sports. Thank you, SportsPredict. Thank you for supporting us and for making this all possible. We'll see you guys again next week to cover the results of PCL, because we'll be coming back to you then, along with all the other things happening in the Asian pickleball scene.
Going to be a lot of fun. Get your picks in. Going down. Till next time.
See you guys.